Heretic is a A24 psychological horror film directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, the filmmaking duo behind A Quiet Place and 65, and they've probably done a few others. But this one is about two missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, two Mormon missionaries who visit the mysterious Englishman, Mr. Reed, who has a creepy house. They go there to try to get him a baptism or whatever, but he invites them into the house for some blueberry pie that his wife is making. However, when they go into the house, they find out he's a little bit more antagonistic than they like. He's challenging their faith, and there might not be any blueberry pie or a wife, and he says they're free to leave, but he takes them to this weird church-like part of the house where he's sort of set up a sort of theory that there is no religion. There's one true religion, but it's in the weird basement behind a door, either marked belief or disbelief. So this movie has a lot of things going for it. The direction's great, the cinematography is amazing. The acting talent is just top-notch. You've got Hugh Grant in he looks like a, grandpa, but like he's definitely a lot more sinister, and he's having fun, but not too much fun. And then Chloe East is really good. She's an emerging talent. She was in The Fabelmans, and Sophie Thatcher is another good one too. She's in The Boogeyman. So the two of them do a really good job as the missionaries. They have personality. It's basically a dialogue-driven film to start because it's just the three of them in the house. It's one location, but they do kind of fumble the movie in the third act, to be honest. If you've ever seen Scream 5 or 6, the filmmaking duo between those two movies do the same thing, where 75% of the movie's great. There's set pieces, there's setups, there's all this stuff going on, and they just sort of fumble in the last 20 to 30 minutes. So this movie, I feel, kind of does the same thing. It's a take on holy horror. It has some interesting ideas, but then the movie just sort of runs out of steam. And the ending is very generic. It's very simple. It sort of takes this wind out of the sails of the buildup of the narrative and makes it seem like a common film, even though you've got lots of great talent on screen and behind the camera too. So I just felt like the story didn't really have a good satisfying finale, to be honest, even though I like the acting and the cinematography and everything about it. This is one of my most anticipated films of November, but disappointment for me, so I give Heretic a 6 out of 10.